daily readings of passages from the Zohar on the weekly portion. This week's portion is the portion of Shemot, or Exodus. We started the book of Exodus this week. And the text, comes from the Cincino Press, English translation of the Zohar Shemot. In the Zohar text, it is found on page 3a, in the bottom of 3a, with Rabbi Chia. Rabbi Chia applied to the Israelites who went down to Egypt the verse, "Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainties." Proverbs 23:6. Indeed, he said, the bread or any other boon offered by an evil-eyed man is not worth while partaking of or enjoying. Had the children of Israel, in going down to Egypt, not tasted the bread of the Egyptians, they would not have remained there in exile, nor would the Egyptians have oppressed them. Said Rabbi Isaac, was not that exile the fulfillment of a divine decree? Rabbi Chia said in reply, that makes no difference, inasmuch as the decree did not mention Egypt in particular, only saying, thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. Genesis 15:13. Not necessarily Egypt. Rabbi Isaac said, though a man should have a vigorous appetite and be a hearty eater, yet if he encounters such an evil-eyed man, it were better for him to take his own life than partake of his bread. There are three types of men who drive away the Shekhinah from the world, making it impossible for the Holy One, blessed be He, to fix His abode in the universe, and causing prayer to be unanswered. 3b. We're starting on page 3b in the Zohar. One who cohabits with a woman in the days of her separation. There is no impurity comparable with this. He defiles himself and all connected with him. The child born in such a union is shapen in impurity, imbibes the spirit of impurity, and its whole life is founded on impurity. Next is he who lies with a heathen woman, for he profanes herewith the sacred sign of the covenant which constitutes the support of the sacred name and the essence of faith. As soon as the people committed whoredom with the daughters of Moab, the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. Numbers 25, 1 through 3. The leaders of the people who did not endeavor to prevent them were the first to be punished. And in every generation, it is the leaders who are made responsible for all the members of the community in regard to the profanation of the sign of the covenant, which is sun and shield. Psalms 84:12. As the sun gives light to the world, so does the holy sign give light to the body, and the shield protects. Shemesh umagen, sun and shield, yeah. It's shield and protects, and so does the holy sign protect. He who keeps impurity is guarded from evil, but he who transfers this sign of holiness into a strange domain breaks the commandment, thou shalt have no other gods before but me, for to deny the king's seal is equivalent to denying the king himself. Next is he who purposely prevents the seed from coming to fruition, for he destroys the king's workmanship, and so causes the Holy One to depart from the world. This sin is the cause of war, famine, and pestilence, and it prevents the Shekhinah from finding any resting place in the world. For these abominations the Spirit of holiness weeps. Woe to him who causes this. It were better that he had never been born. He was counted to the Israelites for righteousness that, although in exile in Egypt, they kept themselves free from these sins and, moreover, fearlessly fulfilled the command to increase and multiply. This made them worthy to be liberated. Rabbi Chia found an indication of the purity of the Israelite women in Israel in the text, and going on to 4a, and he made the laver of brass, and the foot of it brass, of the looking glasses of the women assembling at the door of the tent. Exodus 38:8.